this. There's something floating around saying unless you submit your credentials, your worship opinion doesn't matter. In your humble opinion, this game was made for the average player to be successful and have fun. So there are other companies that they have tried like two different things. They've tried one, balancing by community, where the community is like, we think you should do this, we want this, whatever. In which case, okay, we think we can make that, we can do that, reasonable accommodation, whatever. And it's not that it's not possible, but it can be, it's like, how do I put this? Could you build a car by committee? Possibly. If the committee was made up of mechanics, it would probably tell you where the pieces go in the right order and how to put them together. But if you just had a bunch of people that, well, I drive a car. Okay. Are people that drive a car going to be qualified enough to tell you how to assemble one from scratch? Probably not. So there are some games that take committee input or community input and try to work it in as best they can. Props to them. It can be tough because the community can be very divided, and also the community can want things that don't necessarily work with the game. It might feel like it does, but there's a big difference between feels and how it actively works out. And then the second thing was there are other companies that have tried to design from the top down. So if you design a game for the best of the best players, you design everything so it's finely tuned on a knife's edge. Everything, chef's kiss. It's dialed in fucking perfect for the best of the best of the best players ever to do the thing. Well, sometimes that means that this thing, which is just so much easier to use than that thing, the easier to use thing might not be able to be finessed to the highest edge from the average player, but the fact that you can brute force it means that it wins. Like the Petro, for those that like World of Warships. It's really fucking hard to kill. Guns aren't amazing, but the Petro's really fucking hard to kill. The average person can run around in a Petro and they can do some stuff because the Petro is really fucking hard to kill. Kremlin's kind of similar. It's really fucking hard to kill. Yamato's kind of similar. Not that it's hard to kill, but it can shoot stuff from almost any angle and do some significant damage. Like, you're going to have the stuff that anybody can use that they're going to gravitate toward because there are people that just cannot operate at that fine Stradivarius, level. So ultimately, I think Wargaming has decided the overwhelming bulk of the audience is not professional. And I once heard Riot Games say, when we release a champion, every single champion does not have to be competitive. We could release a champion that's fun. Some people are going to pick the champion, and they're going to like them because they're fun, and that's okay. So it doesn't have to be something that's relevant. It doesn't have to be something that everybody needs to learn how to play. It doesn't have to change the meta. Sometimes it could just be nice. So whatever, they do the thing. Same thing with World of Warships. I think when the Italian cruisers came out, the average opinion was, these are trash. So you would never see them in competitive. Everybody knew these are trash. No, they're terrible. They're awful. And then suddenly Clan Battle Season 9 came out and it's, oh, these are mandatory. We like these now. But at the same time, if they turned out to be trash, well, whatever. Like the new German destroyer line, a lot of people seem to think like, this is not great. Okay, you don't have to like it. You might not use it, but at least it's there, and maybe some year it'll become really relevant. Did I mention it's late and I'm rambly? I think I did. You got there that breaks down the spending habits of free-to-play games. From a simple life of game perspective, the games, have to retain and protect the average and lower player because they're the vast majority of the population and spenders. If the game was all Unicums, it would cease to exist. Yeah, the competitive community is hundreds of people. Maybe, thousands of people. the game base of the game is millions of people. So do you cater to the thousands of people with the Epicurean taste that, you know, well, I spent $5 to respect my clan battle captains? Cool. Or do you try to tune toward the millions of players that are going to derp around because they like shooty boats and they enjoy fucking ships? You have 200,000 people that might buy in Alaska, or you have a few hundred people that could buy in Alaska because clan battles. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to matter more than some dudes that want to get an advantage in a clan battle season. It just is, or are. Shooty boats.